Welcome to our chemistry channel. In this lesson, we are still on chemical laws, and today we are looking at law of constant composition. Law of constant composition. This law of constant composition is also known as law of definite proportion. Law of definite proportion. And what does the law say? It states that all pure samples of the same chemical compound contains the same elements combined in the same proportion by mass. All pure samples of the same chemical compound contain the same elements combined in the same proportion by mass. What does that mean? It means that if a compound is pure, no matter the method of preparation, it will contain the same elements, which will be in the same ratio by mass. Take for example H2O, water. No matter the method of preparation of water, it must contain hydrogen to oxygen 1 in 2:1. No matter the method of preparation. The same, take for example carbon dioxide, CO2. No matter the methods of preparation of CO2, it must contain carbon and oxygen in the ratio of 1:2. That's what the law simply says. All pure samples of a chemical compound contain the same element combined in the same proportion by mass. There are calculations that you can use to show or prove the law of constant composition, like the one you have on this board. So let's look at this example. 2 samples of lead 4 oxide were prepared by 1. Heating lead in the presence of oxygen, and 2. by heating lead triazonitrate 5. 2 methods of producing lead 4 oxide. Now you have analysis of sample 1 shows that 11.00 gram of lead 4 oxide contains 3.00 gram of lead. Analysis of sample 2 shows that 4.0 gram of lead 4 oxide contains 1.20 gram of lead. Show that this result illustrates the law of constant composition. So how do I use this law to show the law of constant composition? We first make a table of 4 columns. A table of 4 columns like this. So you have your samples here. Then you have sample 1 and sample 2. So this is lead 4 oxide, PbO. Then you have lead containing lead and oxygen. So in that case now, in sample 1, sample 1 shows that this 11.00 gram of lead 4 oxide contains 3.00 gram of lead. Lead 4 oxide in sample 1 is 11.00 gram, containing 3.00 gram. Then we need to find the mass of oxygen by ourselves. And in sample, how do I get that? If this is lead 4 oxide, lead and oxygen only, and this is for lead, that means if I say this minus the total minus for the lead will be for the mass will be for the oxygen. In that case, this minus this will give me 8.00 gram. That will be mass of oxygen. Then in this case, in sample 2, analysis of sample 2 shows that 4.40 gram of lead 4 oxide contains 1.20 gram of oxygen of lead. Then to find the mass of oxygen, that will be 2.8. That's 4 this minus this. Then in that case, you have 4.4 minus 1.2. That's then 3.2 gram. This one is 1.2, which is 3.2 gram. 4.4 minus 1.2, that's 3.2 gram. Now find the percentage of oxygen and lead in the 2 samples and see if they are the same. So let's go to sample 1 first. Sample 1, percentage of oxygen. This is mass of oxygen 8 over total mass 11 times 100 over 1. So you have 800 over over 11. So 800 divided by 11, that will give me 72.7%. Then still in the same sample 1, percentage of lead, Pb. This is the mass of lead. You have 3 over total mass 11 times 100 over 1. So that will give me 300 over 11. You have 300 divided by 11. That will give me 27.3%. Then I'll go to sample 2 and see if the percentage for oxygen and lead is the same thing with this. Then in that case, sample 2. In sample 2 now, percentage of oxygen. This is sample 2. Mass of oxygen is 3.2. Total mass is 4.4. Then times 100 over 1. 3.2 times 100, that's 320 over 4.4. Then 320 divided by 4.4, that will give me 72.7. As the same thing with this one for the oxygen of the first sample. Do the same thing for sample 2 for lead. For lead in sample 2, let me do for lead here. Percentage of lead in sample 2 will be equal to mass of lead is 1.2 over 4.4 times 100 over 1. So you have 1.2 times 100 divided by 4.4, and that will still give me 27.3%. As the same thing with the mass of lead in the first sample. Say the percentage of oxygen in the first sample is the same thing as the percentage of oxygen in the second sample, and the percentage of lead in the first sample is equal to the percentage of lead in the second sample. It shows that the law of constant composition has been verified. More examples are still coming your way. Thank you.